do you need to become to win in the AI game in any industry? Because you're not stuck, you're just outdated. So this message is for you, especially if you can already feel your job shifting toward full AI capability. Because once this shift is complete, well, the expectations change with it. So you guys understand this. Transition is inevitable, but success is not. And right now, a lot of people are going through the transition, but very, very few have decided how they're going to come out on the other side. So before we go any further, let's deal with the elephant in the room, fear. Okay? Don't let fear decide how you move right now. There's a lot of noise. People are talking about layoffs, people saying that they can't find work, people feeling like they've lost direction completely. And if you sit in that long enough, well, you'll start to believe something is wrong with you, and there's not. That's where people lose momentum. So let's correct it right now. You're not stuck, okay? You're not broken. You're not incapable. You're operating on an outdated version of yourself. And outdated doesn't mean done. It means it's time to update. So let me speak to you from my experience. I'm Monet Swan, CEO of BIVX Wealth and Insurance Solutions. As someone building inside an insurtech platform, I've watched this shift happen in real time. I've seen people come in. I've seen people phase out, chat systems taking over roles, appointment setters disappearing, and teams totally restructuring. Not slowly, quickly. And the reason is simple. Customer expectations change. People are tired. They're tired of poor service, tired of being sold to instead of helped, tired of dealing with people who don't take pride in their work. So companies adapted. Listen, we built systems where people can go online, choose what they want, pay in real time, and move on. No conversation required. But that doesn't work for everyone. Boomers like me, we still want to talk. We still want clarity. We want a real person. Gen X wants both. Gen Z, they'll figure it out themselves. So now you're in a split environment. And if you are in customer service, leadership, or even technical roles, your job just changed. Because if what you do can be automated, then your value is no longer in the task. It's in how you think, how you communicate, how you lead. And let's be clear. Communication, leadership, and confidence. These are not soft skills. These are deciding skills. If you can't convince a hiring team that you can lead, that you can communicate clearly and quickly, that you can step into something unfamiliar without creating confusion, you will not get the opportunity. Not because you weren't capable, but because you didn't show it. So the question becomes, who do you need to become to stay in the game? And I'm going to give you 3 directives, not suggestions, directives. So listen carefully, because what I'm about to give you, you can't fake. But you can train it. And if you don't train it, you will get exposed. Directive number 1, prepare and practice until your response is automatic under pressure. This matters because real moments don't wait for you to figure it out. Interviews don't slow down. Leadership situations don't pause. You either have a reference point or you don't. And if you don't, you start guessing. You start talking in circles. You lose clarity. And the person before you who has practiced, who has prepared, who can clearly explain how they would handle a situation, they just took your opportunity. That's how fast it happens. Preparation is not optional. The strongest leaders, well, they've seen situations before. They've studied outcomes. They've practiced responses, pretty much like a fire drill. You don't wait for the emergency to decide what to do. You already know the steps. So when something happens, you move. So ask yourself, have you thought through what you would do if something goes wrong? Have you thought through how you would respond under pressure? Have you thought through how you would lead when things are unclear? Or are you planning to figure it out in real time? Because in this environment, that's how people get passed over. Preparation builds confidence. Practice builds clarity, and clarity is what people trust. Now, directive number 2. Communicate with clarity and confidence every time. That's what matters. This matters because if people don't understand you, they can't trust you. And if they don't trust you, they will not choose you. It doesn't matter how much you know. It matters how clearly you can deliver it. Most people really struggle here. They over-explain, they hesitate, they soften their message, and this signals uncertainty. And uncertainty does not get responsibility. If you can't walk into the room and clearly explain what you bring, if you cannot answer questions without hesitation, if you can't communicate in a way that people immediately understand, you will not be selected. Not because you weren't capable, but because you did not communicate it. And people can tell, okay? You either sound certain or you don't. Now, directive number 3, lead with decisions, not hesitation. This matters because nothing moves without direction. And right now, too many people are avoiding responsibility. They speak in maybe, or maybe this will work, or maybe we should try this. No one follows a maybe. Teams don't move on hesitation. People are looking for direction, not perfection. Direction. And sometimes it is more efficient to make a decision, move forward, and adjust than to sit still trying to guarantee the outcome. Because in this environment, speed with awareness beats hesitation every time. So the question is, can you lead with an idea? Can you commit to a direction? Can you take ownership of the result and keep things moving? Because that's leadership, and people know the difference. Now I want you to step back. How you prepare, how you communicate, how you make decisions. That's your real resume now, you guys. And if you develop these, you don't just stay in the game, you move into positions people can't easily replace. So make a decision. You can stay in the rat race and eventually get caught in a mouse trap, because that's what happens when you're a mouse on the run. You're always reacting, always chasing that next piece of cheese, because mice don't lead. Or you can suit up for the technology game and rise using the 3 directives I just gave you, because the people who understand this shift, well, they're not worried about being replaced. They're the ones being selected. They're the ones with multiple offers. Today, you guys, decide, not tomorrow. Today, decide who you are choosing to become. You can move like a mouse, constantly reacting, or you can become a leader, a person with unlimited possibilities across industries. Because one thing has never changed: the skill set of a leader. And if you don't have it, you will feel it in your confidence, in your opportunities, and in your results. But if you're ready to build it, the mirror is where you start. Whether that's in a group setting or one-on-one support, this is where you develop the thinking, the communication, and the leadership skills required to create that career and the lifestyle you've always wanted. So if you're serious, go to monetswan.life. That's monetswan.life and sign up for training. Join the group or schedule your one-on-one session. Connect, commit, and then do the work. So you're not another intelligent, capable, experienced person sitting on the sideline who got lost in the AI shift. Mice get caught in mousetraps. Leaders rise. This is Monet Swan, and this is The Mirror, and I'll see you at the top. Decide today who you are, and then move accordingly.